Over the last few years, there have been multiple water outages here in San Simon, and while this well may look small in stature, it's going to have a large impact on making sure that water flows consistently for many years.
We're actually in the car because the Cochise County Sheriff's deputies told us for our safety that we need to remain in the vehicle. This is the first time that Superintendent Terry Romo is formally making that recommendation to close Joyce Clark Middle School effective next year. When you walk around the Warren District of Bisbee, history is all around you. Like historic Warren Ballpark that's been here since 1909, or across the street at Vista Park, a staple for this community. Bisbee Mayor Ken Budge tells me that tourism across the city is down 3 to 4%, which may not seem like a lot, but it's actually worrisome for local business owners. The last time these two teams met here in Wilcox was actually about a month ago.
Yeah,
and it was the Wilcox Cowboys who came away with that win.
Yeah.
And so it is up in the air what's going to happen tonight.
You never know.
Sierra Vista Unified School District has had a no cell phone usage policy. So what's changing on the first day of school is the enforcement of that policy.
Pat, it's been a lot of shock and a lot of work. The fire crews have been out here way before that I got here. I tested my ability to drive a sheriff's vehicle.
Lap 2 complete.
Virtually, that is. Like future law enforcement cadets will do with the new state-of-the-art vehicle simulators here at the downtown center. This copper mine has been in Dragoon for decades. But if it wasn't for this partnership and the need for copper in data centers, it wouldn't be active. Gunnison Copper reopened this mine because they knew this deal was coming.
We had the availability in order for them to do this and do it very quickly.
Johnson Camp Mine is said to produce 25 million pounds of copper a year for the next 15 years.
This is 5 nines pure copper, meaning 99.999% pure copper cathode.
Now, can you get to 100%?
You cannot get to 100%. This as pure as you can make a piece of copper.
Gunnison Copper COO Robert Winston says having the copper mined in the United States is better for the environment.
By bringing that supply chain closer to the U.S., you significantly reduce your carbon footprint. So you don't need a ship to haul it to the smelter. You're able to control the environmental impacts of this. And here in the U.S., we do an incredible job with mining and our impact.
On my exclusive tour of the mine, Winston told me it takes 10 days to make 100 pounds of copper. When they have over 4,000 pounds, it's ready to be shipped.
They're driven to Laredo, Texas, is ultimately their stop. And from there, they go on for further processing, ultimately making the wire and the copper materials utilized in the Amazon data centers.
Reopening the mine, bringing over 100 jobs to a rural part of Cochise County.
The Newtown Gunnison partnership has been an incredible boon for Cochise County by bringing these jobs closer to the communities in which we're able to operate.
Winston tells me the partnership is in place for about another 2.5 years, but the company already has plans to open a second mine close by, producing even more copper than the Johnson Camp.
This will be an economic benefit for generations as we expand our Gunnison project.
The Wilcox Food Pantry feeds hundreds of people each week through their distributions every Monday. Now, with people losing their SNAP benefits, they're expecting more people to show up, even though they've already got lines that span over 2 blocks.
We need it. It's helped so much.
On Monday morning, over 300 families picked up food from the Wilcox Food Pantry, something they haven't seen in a long time.
We have a lot of people in this community that are on food stamps and under the poverty level. So many of them are coming through our line because they can't afford medicine if they buy food.
With November's SNAP benefits not slated to go out, the pantry volunteers know more people will be in their line.
If we can take care of them, we'll take care of them. And I would never turn anybody away.
Something Mary Jimenez knows too well, first coming to the pantry when she was sick and couldn't work.
The food and the eggs and the milk and whatever they can give you. I mean, this is essential. Whenever you struggle, you need something to back you up. I found that out.
The food pantry is working on their backup plan. Director Nell Warden says food and monetary donations are at the lowest she's seen in 20 years.
I just don't know exactly what we're going to do. We're here and we're going to give people food. And if we run out of inventory, I'll do something, but I don't know what.
She says they plan week to week, but they're ready to help anyone who drives by.
They will not come to this line and not get anything.
The two strikers behind me have been in southern Arizona for about 3 months. There are over 100 of them spread out across the southern border.
It's just a super versatile vehicle. We're extremely grateful to have them.
I spent time with the 2nd Stryker Brigade Combat Team, headquartered at Fort Huachuca.
Following you.
You come into our home.
2,000 soldiers making up the team, assisting custom and border protections in Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas.
Every day in every one of those sectors, we are making detections. We see some activity and we call CBP in for the, to interdict and to stop.
The strikers made to drive on any terrain, carrying soldiers and cameras to remote areas.
We're adding more cameras. We're adding the ability to reposition a site really at will. So as we start to understand a certain area and say, well, we think there's illicit activity over here, we can reposition easily.
Inside the Stryker, Sergeant John Wilkers showed me their extra set of eyes.
Toggle of this joystick, I can control that camera system up there. It can see accurately out to about 3 kilometers, and it can see pretty much anything,
giving them enough time for Border Patrol to arrive and apprehend if needed.
It has meaning to it, and so ultimately when we place it in front of the border wall, someone may be deterred from trying to cross illegally.
This team is anticipating being at Fort Huachuca until the end of the year.
Anne took over Toner West over a year ago when her brother was sick. He has since passed, and she's just trying to keep the doors open for returning customers. But tariff costs are making her inventory more expensive.
It does take a little bit of our profit now from us, but I have not raised our prices yet.
She says one toner coming from Asia costs her $5 more than it used to.
Even with the increase, the 15% increase, this is still cheaper
than the remanufactured toner made in the U.S. It costs Anne $20 more than the new toner from Asia with the tariffs.
This kind of gives me a little sleepless nights because I don't know how bad it's going to get. I mean, when you think, well, this is it, it's not going to get any worse than this. It gets worse.
The increase in expenses for local businesses becoming a common concern heard by Sky Islands Regional Partnership CEO Melanie Edwards-Barton.
It's the point where they just don't know the future of tariffs. They can't predict the future. Is it going to continue? Is it going to increase? Is it going to decrease? What's going to happen with that?
She says local chambers are working with the federal government to teach small business owners about the tariff refund program. What are you saying to people who are worried about the unknown?
I would say the best thing that they can do is reach out and gather facts and know that there are avenues out there and there are people and businesses advocating for them.
For Anne, keeping the doors open keeps her brother's legacy alive in Sierra Vista.
If it doesn't get any worse than it is, we'll pull through. We're not in it for the money really right now. We're just trying to get the place established again like he had it.
The first time Bisbee Fire Chief Jim Richardson brought up the city needing a new fire truck to me was right after that happened, the fire on 30 Main Street. That was nearly 2 years ago.
We got this quote 6-8 months ago, and the price has already risen nearly $100,000 in that short of time.
The new truck will look similar to this one, just shorter in the length, making it easier to maneuver through the narrow streets of Old Bisbee.
The whole city of Bisbee is in wildland area, so it's just a good all-around truck that would suit our purpose.
City officials have been working with Senators Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego to get a congressional grant paying for a new truck with a dual purpose, wildfires and structure fires.
The new truck that we're going to get, you can just keep driving as you spray water. So that's the big difference.
He says choosing the combination truck over a ladder truck, which many residents were asking for after the fire on Main Street, is solely a financial decision, since the fire department's $3 million budget only stretches so far.
It would be nice to have one. The city would be happy to have one. It's just the price of one has gone up so much.
Bisbee receiving roughly $620,000 from the Department of Agriculture, having to pay the rest out of pocket.
We're going to get something regardless, because we do have money. It's just we may have to stay within our budget.
Whatever truck they get won't arrive until 2027.
Danielle Shepard started Huachuca Shuttle to fill a need in Sierra Vista, mainly bringing people to and from the airport in Tucson. Now that's costing her more than it has in the past, which is why she had to make a decision no business owner wants to make.
Being in business for so long, I rarely change my prices, but I had to change the prices because of the gas, and I knew it was only going to get worse.
In February, she increased ride rates. She says it costs her over $2,000 more a month just for gas.
The last group chat was, hey, Benson's the cheapest right now. So we're like, okay, everyone go to Benson. But then, it fluctuates Sierra Vista or Tucson. So we try to gas up wherever we're at. But every trip, you have to gas up.
She increased costs by about $20, which is less than what it costs her to fill up after every trip.
You have to gas up. Because gassing up is like a majority of our business. We have to get to the airport and back.
But it's not just the rise in gas prices affecting small business owners like Shepard. Minimum wage increases and insurance costs are shrinking profit margins.
It's definitely sustainable as of today. I'm not sure what the future would be.
But after 24 years, Shepard says she's willing to do whatever it takes to keep her doors open.
When I get a call and the soldier's like, hey, I'm at the airport, I don't know what to do. To me, this is probably weird, but to me, that's like my son or daughter on the phone. And I want to make sure that I provide a good service to them and take care of them.